Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Vinny the Axe. Today we're going to be working on my Fender Custom Shop 69 Stratocaster guitar. In a previous video where I demoed it, I did also a video unboxing it. I talked about how this had a JB in the bridge, a Seymour Duncan JB, and two Fender Fat 60s in the neck and the middle position, and I was pretty satisfied with that. I did talk about how the JB pickup is way more powerful than the two single coils, which most humbuckers are anyway, but I can't get the volume levels to really jive with one another. The other thing too about the JB is because I'm playing with less drive nowadays, instead of like super heavy drive, I don't think it's really the pickup for me. I've been playing with a lot of PAF, or I should say PAF style humbuckers or vintage powered style humbuckers. And I think the Duncan JB, I think is like 17K, 17 point something K, is a really hot pickup. I think for overdrive and stuff, it's fantastic. You know, it does a lot of compression when you're playing, and it has like this mid thing that's going on with it. And I just don't think it's really jiving for what I want. So I was looking for another Seymour Duncan to put in there. And I was looking in their vintage line, or their vintage spec, I guess, powered pickups. And I did a little research, and I've been looking at the 78 humbucker that they make. So I'm going to give this a try. This comes in at like 9K. I was looking at stuff around 7.9, 8K, somewheres around that. But this comes in at about 9, but it has also Alnico 2 magnets, which is what I really like. So I'm going to give this a shot. I couldn't find too many videos of demos of this pickup other than, and I say I couldn't find too many, I couldn't find too many that were playing anything other than Eddie Van Halen riffs. It was all like almost 90% of them, or 99% of the videos that were on YouTube with this pickup are all playing Eddie Van Halen stuff. And while Eddie Van Halen, you know, is and always will be the man, I wanted to actually just hear the pickup with it, not, you know, not full on blast drive. You know, I wanted to hear it kind of like slightly broken up and stuff like that. Brett Kingman, I think I'm saying it right. He's out of Australia. Or New Zealand. Anyway, I've been following him for a long time, and you think I wouldn't know where he's at, right? He did a demo with double humbuckers of this, the neck and the bridge, and at least he did some clean passages. But that was the only thing I could find. Everything else, like I said, was Eddie Van Halen stuff. So let me put this in, and we'll see how this works out. I definitely am not digging the JB, so it definitely has to come out, and I'm hoping this'll work. If this doesn't work, I don't know where I'm going to go from there, but I'll keep you posted. So let's get started and see how we make out here. All right. Okay, so I'm just taking the strings off here, and we'll get these off first, and then take the pick guard off, and then see what we got under the hood. Should only be, well, max it's going to be is 2 to 4 solder connections, right? And just I'm fiddling around with the pick guard. And other than that, we should be good to go. All I'm doing is I'm clipping off the strings once I take them out of the tuning keys. This way I can pull them right through the block with no problem. And then put these in the trash. My garage is such a mess right now, might as well just throw the strings over my shoulder onto the floor. Still haven't even got the Christmas stuff back in storage. It's a lot of stuff been happening lately, so never ends. But anyway, let's see what we got here. Let's get all these guys out. Okay. And then we'll just tie these up and throw them away. Okie dokie, let's get this guy off. And screwdriver. I have my little parts magnetic trays. These things are awesome. These things are quite fantastic. You can get them at like, well, this one says O'Reilly's Auto Parts, so I'm assuming that's where I got it from. But I think you can get them at like Harbor Freight or Amazon or I don't know, wherever magnetic stuff is sold, huh? So, and yeah, so I haven't been too thrilled with the JB. I just not liking it. I think it sounds kind of muddy, you know, especially if you're trying to get a lot of note separation and clarity out of it. It's not happening. And I guess it's maybe not. I guess maybe that's not what it's made for. You know, I think it's made for some heavy drive. I don't really know the whole story about how Jeff Beck got tied up with that pickup. You know, because I mean, I listened to some older albums. What's the one? Is it Guitar Shop or something? That's got an awesome album cover with him on a. It's got a guitar and a lift in like a auto mechanic kind of shop, but it's yet like play on working on guitars and stuff. And I don't know the history about the JB. I should probably look it up. Probably be interesting. But it is a super powerful pickup. It's the same thing if you go look at if you look at the Seymour Duncan Custom Shop Alan Holsworth metal fatigue pickup. That pickup's like, I want to say in the 17K zone, or even hotter than that. And I just you know, later on in Alan's life, I don't think he was playing with such a high output pickup. So I don't know. Maybe it's just from the younger days, and these guys wanted a hotter pickup. Maybe there wasn't a lot of stuff available back then. You know, in the 80s, if you think about it, like the super distortion was the thing, right? So I guess just having a super hot rodded pickup was cool. But like I said, the compression in this thing, I just don't like it, and I don't like this cocked wah kind of sound it's got. So let's see what Hot Mess is in store for us in here. They give me plenty of wire here. This is really nice. So the inside of the thing says Daphne Blue. They left it unpainted. It says 69 Relic stamped. Body's Relic. It's pretty cool. They do that so that nobody copies this stuff. And as I suspected, there's a dual potentiometer here. One's a 250, one's a 500, so that you can run this craziness here. So it looks like they... no, I guess not. I was going to say I thought they had it split somehow, but 'tis not. So I have a ground going to the back of the pot here, and it looks like the green hot is going to the bottom lug there. And that, and then this other ground going here. I'm going to have to look at the wiring code and see what they actually did, because it looks like they taped off something back here. Obviously two of the two halves they've tied together. So I'm really just dealing with a couple of grounds. Now I don't know why they separated this one and grounded it and didn't tie it to this one and ground both of them together. That's kind of weird. But you know what? I might just copy the same exact thing and just leave it be. You know, and just make it exactly identical to this loadout here, and then shouldn't have any issues. All right, so I'm going to stop the video for now. I'm going to actually want to show you something. Look at this. There is a piece of, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, because I don't really know what you can actually see here, but let me get a pair of pliers. I'm going to need these anyway. All right, so I got my long nose here. Check this out. Stuck between the magnet and the pickup is a piece of, looks like solder. That was just, I think it's solder. Well, or it's a leg off of one of the capacitors. Either way, that was in there. So we get rid of that guy out of there. And everything else looks nice and clean. I mean, it looks pretty good. The guitar is well made, I have to say. I mean, you know, and I'm not like a super Fender fanboy or anything crazy. I'm just, the frets are done extremely well on this guitar. People talk all the time about how, oh, you could just buy a Mexican Strat, it's all the same. It's not all the same. And anybody who says it's all the same doesn't know what they're talking about, because they're not familiar with the other lines of the Stratocaster family. And I will tell you that you will not get the fit and finish or these frets on the Mexican build guitar. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You know, as far as the wood, I don't know, man. I don't know what's under here. We'd have to peel it all off to see, and some people might be right. You buy a Mexican Strat, same thing. However, you're not getting nitro. You're getting poly, And so it's really not the same animal, nor are you getting this bridge or that heavy block. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. So anyway, let me get this out of here. I'll stop the video for now, and then we'll put the other one in, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, I would let this run forever to solder these points so you can see, but really, you're not missing much. It's really 2 solder points here for the ground, and the positive is going to that leg of the potentiometer, and that's pretty much it. And I'm going to button it back up, so we'll see where we go from there. But these are definitely hand wound. It says hand wound with initials on there. 7/6 of 2023, and these are Fender Custom Shop hand wound Fat 60. So they're not the off the shelf ones. Whether they sound different, I don't know. Well, I do know. I've actually have a pickguard with loaded Fat 60s, and I will say, and I have all top shelf components in it. I will have to say that they're not as dark sounding, and they're a little bit brighter, and I think that these sound smoother. So I don't know. It could be they use age magnets. I don't know what's going on in there, but I will say that the custom shop ones that I've had in the last couple of 2 Stratocasters do sound better than the ones that came out of the box, but maybe your mileage varies. I don't know. Anyway, all right, I'm going to shut up now, and then we'll be back. Okay, she's all loaded in there, all wired, tested it, everything works, and she looks pretty good in there. And I think we're ready to go. Initial tests on the bench amp seem to be favorable, so I'm kind of excited. And just a note here, from the factory, and I've owned several Fender custom shops with humbuckers in them, from Seymour Duncan, preloaded from the factory. They never put the trembucker spaced pickup in the guitar. And I was trying to figure out, why the hell would you not put the right spaced pickup in here? And then a few years ago, I did load matter of fact, I think it was a JB. I took it out, and I put a 59 in instead, but I put the trembucker version in. Well, here's what I learned about Seymour Duncan. Unlike DiMarzio, when you buy a F-space or non-F-spaced pickup, the outer constraints of the pickup are the same size. But on Seymour Duncan's pickups, a standard space pickup and a trembucker space pickup have a different outer dimensions. Not talking about where the pull pieces are placed. I'm talking about the actual pickup itself. So I think when they put their own pick guards on here, and I remember correctly when I put the trembucker Seymour Duncan in the other custom shop I had, it was a tight fit. I could barely get it in there, but I had to like sand some of the opening to get it in. So I think that's why at the custom shop they just load a standard spaced pickup, and of course the pole pieces don't line up, but you know what, who cares? It still sounds good whether they line up or not. I know you get a little bit of a drop off. I know some people flip out about it, and I was OCD about it too, but I mean, hell, look at the guitar. It's all beat up anyway, so who cares? Anyway, we will see how this sounds. All right, see you soon. Okay, we got the test bench amp here. Let's see if I can hold it steady. No strap or anything here, so let's see what we got. All right, I'm going to have to stretch the strings a little bit and then get it on a real amp inside and adjust the heights to get the volumes right. But from what I'm hearing right now, I think this is a way better marriage between the humbucker and the single coils in this guitar than what the JB was doing. So anyway, thanks for watching Vinny the Axe. Stay tuned for the next video where I actually demo the guitar. Please like and subscribe. Take it easy.